Yo, what's up? I'm QRS Terry, and I'm still on the road. I'm still figuring it all out. The conference just finished up, and I'm gonna get back going to my next destination. But one of the things that I noticed at this conference is we're void of human connection. A lot of people still fill that void, and when you come together in mass gatherings, there was about 25,000 people here at San Japan. You're left with some feeling of, wow, this is what it felt like to just be back in a space, experience things, share some of the same fandoms and camaraderie, and at the same time just connect with people in ways that we couldn't for the last few years. And I thought that was interesting. But in addition to that, one of the things that I thought was also pretty surprising is the lack of just people being on their phones. Now, the internet here at this conference was trash. Like, I wish I could say better things, but it wasn't. It was very bad. But by having really bad internet and mobile data, what you were able to do is get a glimpse at what life is without technology. And we got a chance to see that because nobody was really on their phone. For the most part, if you wanted to exchange information, you either took their information and saved it and you would send them a text or a call later, or you just took a picture of their social handle or took a screenshot of their notes. If there's a will, there's a way. People will find a way to connect and contact each other. But that was like one of the things that happened. Another thing that happened that I thought was like super funny is like a lot of people's phones would just start going off when they did get signal. So you're literally in a room, panel discussion, whatever, and then you just hear all these phones going off because that's when the towers decided to connect to your mobile device. And it was embarrassing for some, for sure, but it got me to think about, like, why don't we change that interface? We have a lot of infrastructure to do that and make it happen. There's AirPods are ubiquitous, or just mobile headsets that are AirPod-like are like ubiquitous at this point. So I'm sure you could build some type of comm system where people really wanted to leave that thing in their ear, like Bluetooths back in the day, where everyone just had their Bluetooth in their ear 24/7. I think we could get towards a future where that is true, but the stepping stone between that and now is we just need to think about inconspicuous ringtone and alerts. Because there's certain noises that I feel like if they went off in a conference hall or they went off in a panel, nobody would even blink an eye. Think about a pen clicking or a keyboard typing or a popping sound that was very subtle. If you had your own unique, distinct, inconspicuous ringtone and you could set that and you don't have to turn your phone off on silent because you know that it's not going to be bothersome. And if it does become bothersome, you just flick the switch or change your settings and nobody will ever notice. That would be probably a really widely used application as I think about it. And that was like one of the things that I had. I was like, okay, there's definitely a need for this because we're past the world where you can just leave your phone on or whatever and not really care because you're just on a Zoom call and you're just on mute. But it's just things like that you think of when you're out in the real world. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get back to the writing side. I gotta go finish up. There's one more event I gotta be at. And after that, I'll be back in the lab and we'll get a chance to collab as we usually do. But until then, I will catch you in the future. And for those that don't know how to find me, just go to everydays.wtf. Trust me, I think if you want to be a future thinker, you'll enjoy it.